What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Espresso, and welcome back to another video here today on the channel. Today in this one, we're going to be talking about Modern Warfare Remastered, and more specifically, some new changes or some new content that maybe isn't on the direct and immediate horizon, but is something we'll probably be getting as time goes on here throughout the rest of the year and the life cycle of Modern Warfare Remastered. Now, this is something that falls directly in the line of supply drop content, so it is something that is completely, as I understand here, something that a lot of people will be on the fence with. Some people will be open to the idea, some people will just absolutely hate the idea, but this is going to deal with some information that has been recently data mined from the most recent update to Modern Warfare Remastered. If you guys do or do not know, every update adds some things in. There's probably going to be some leftover pieces of code in the game files hidden deep within that well of content and strings of code and things alike. And then that's where the people like the data miners come in and have a ton of fun trying to sift through everything and see if there's anything that's been brand new and added since the last update and the last versions of these files that they've had their hands on. Basically just like a giant scavenger hunt, but sifting through hundreds of thousands, if not millions of pieces of assets and strings of code. So it's a lot of stuff to take a look at, but when it comes to this kind of stuff, you can always pretty much count on Reddit and some faithful users over there. This one comes directly from the original poster, Mr. Earthbound Fan, but also from the actual data miners themselves, Tails, Doll, and Samuel. Both of those guys were responsible for digging up the original files of the things that are now in-game, like the Kamchatka, the XMLAR, the Magnum, basically all this new stuff that's been added into supply drops since launch. They kind of had it on the radar since they were added into the game code. Now, with that said, we've talked about various other things that have been in game code that have not come out just yet, those including some attachments, but those may actually end up being added in at a later point in time. We saw things that directly affect the weapons, like weapon kits and not just weapons overall, be added in. That's something where those now are in supply drops as well, so there's definitely room to add in attachments for supply drop content or collection content. I should really specify that as, because you can actually unlock these things. It's not like they're only in RNG supply drop luck and something you need for that. But with the most recent data mined information that these guys gathered, well, there's a couple of things that are interesting to take a look at. The first one being a brand new ranged weapon, that of the MAC-10 SMG. Now, we've seen the MAC-11 in Black Ops, but never really saw the MAC-10. That's something that was on some of the DS versions, and then also Modern Warfare 3 Defiance, which is also a DS title as well. But I think in this instance, the coolest thing out of this is the fact that this wouldn't be a gun that has been added in just to add in weapons. This actually could be, I guess, in a sense, something that is restoring Call of Duty Modern Warfare in the remastered version to what it was initially going to be, because, hear me out on this, the MAC-10 was actually initially supposed to be in Modern Warfare, but it was cut during production and never made it to the final build of the game. So it was something that the strings of code were always there, they were always something that was present, and they were always available, but unless you had mod tools for COD 4 and Modern Warfare on the PC, then you couldn't actually get this. But if they bring it up, I guess you could essentially extend what was going to be the initial COD 4 release, but also add in this weapon that adds some more playability to the game, but also keeps it true to what the initial nature of Modern Warfare would have been. So in this instance, I'm not honestly too bothered by the addition of a ranged weapon because it was initially supposed to be there. But also on top of this comes the addition of, once again, more data mined attachments, including the ones that we've already seen. This one was dug up the holographic sight, an under the barrel shotgun, and a reflex sight. Now these things, of course, as with the other ones and the Kamchatka, the XMLAR at the time of their first initial release, or rather informational release with the data mining assets of that, these aren't exactly complete assets. They look like raw models in some cases, but they are there in fact in the game code. So with that in mind, all the things we've discussed in here, the 4 things that are brand new and data mined since the most recent patch, it's something that I wouldn't expect these to be coming anytime soon, especially because they're such raw files, they're such raw assets and not texturized, nothing like that. They're still a work in progress, something that has not been set in stone or something that has a firm release date yet at this point. They're there to be tested with, to be played around with, and to be built upon more. So when we actually get this, I couldn't exactly tell you, but it is something to think about, that we will be getting more support with weapons in collections and supply drops. And once again, the collections make this not as bad for me here with this. I personally believe that with collections, being able to unlock things, and then once you complete that collection, you get that item for free, I think that is an okay in between buying the weapons right out as separate DLC, as you used to with, say, the Peacekeeper and Black Ops 2, and then then testing your luck with RNG and all that stuff based in the supply drop system. So I think it's a decent common ground, but that's just personally me. But based on this, it looks like we will be getting some more content coming in the future with Modern Warfare Remastered. It doesn't look like we're gonna be getting anything dropped off to us here that basically says, you know what, that's it for all of our support on Modern Warfare Remastered. It looks like we're gonna be continuing all of this into the future and the rest of 2017. So that said, that's gonna wrap it up here. What do you guys think of this? Do you guys want to see the MAC 10 come to Modern Warfare Remastered? And if so, what do you guys think of the idea of continuing support in the way of adding things in, such as ranged weapons? I'd love to hear your thoughts down there in the comment section down below. If you guys did enjoy the video though, make sure you drop a like down below. And of course, if you guys are new to the channel, maybe consider subscribing to stay up to date with everything Modern Warfare Remastered, Infinite Warfare, COD 2017, Black Ops 3, all that good stuff. We got you covered here up on the channel. If you guys want to follow me over on Twitter, that is the best place to get connected with me here outside of YouTube. I practically live on Twitter, so if you guys want to strike up a conversation, ask me a question, whatever it may be, feel free to drop a follow down there. Link is in the description below. And finally, if you guys want to check out either of the two videos on screen right now, they'll take you to two videos that I think you guys definitely will enjoy as well. So if you're interested, feel free to click those links there. But thank you dude so much for watching. Mine has been a cool Espresso. I'll see you guys later. Hopefully you guys are having a great day. Take care and peace.